Hi everyone. As we catch Fumo with mouthful of food, we are planning on doing a double stream of the 2 War of the Vision accounts that I run. I might melt my computer. We'll find out.
With some ASMR
so,
in there, right?
Yeah. So I need to share out the stream real quick because I was doing a lot of last minute updates to the stream to kind of make this all work.
Goose's excuses.
Of course, it's last minute updates.
It's you.
That's how I operate. So give me just a minute or two. I'm gonna go ahead and switch it over to the phone scene, and hopefully everything works. I'll blow up my computer tonight. We'll find out.
Woo!
So while let me share these out real fast, because otherwise I will get distracted as I'm doing this.
I hope you all enjoy watching me eat dinner.
I'm going to be finishing mine as well. Alright, got that. And then let's go over to Twitter. I'm going to close out of these, otherwise it's going to take up a lot of RAM on my computer. Bada boom. I mean, running 2 emulators alone takes up 100% of my RAM, so I'm worried about the stream along with it, but it's only one way to figure out if this will all work, and that is by doing it. And like I said, I may melt my computer. We'll find out. Alright, so I think I am all set. So a few things with the 2 accounts. You're going to see the 2 different accounts on there. There is my main account and there is my alternative account. Now, I just realized I need to unmute these, otherwise y'all ain't going to be able to hear sound. I also need to make sure that these are turned down just a snad.
Snad?
Just a snad.
What the heck is that kind of word?
Smidgen and a tad put together.
I don't like that.
I tried.
That's bad.
Okay. Well, worth a shot. So anyway, my main account is the one I of course started from day one. I've been playing War of the Visions since it released. Global release, I should say. Been really enjoying the game. And I just had it after kind of the guild battle started. I had a kind of a motivation to basically start a second account, and I sometimes do this with mobile games. I use my wife's information and create a second account under her name, and basically I use characters that I think she would like. And also the challenge that I had on that account was to not use characters that are on my main team with the first account. Now, originally I was planning on re-rolling a lot of things with the second account, making sure that I got a good start with it. And luckily I did not have to do that. The first pull I got was 1 Mediana and 2 Ayakas, which was really good at RNG. So we were pretty set there. So we'll kind of go over the teams real fast that I got going for my main team, kind of as an accounts show and tell, if you will, and then we will get into our Final Fantasy Tactics polls, because that's what started today and that's what's super exciting and stuff.
That's the real important thing.
Yeah. Yep. So let's go to I'm gonna start with my main account, I believe. So I've been kind of side leveling a lot of things, but only focusing on awakening certain things. So I just kind of chuck them in there occasionally for like skip tickets, because they'll get the free experience. It doesn't matter who you clear the mission with. Skip tickets will always give you a win, so it's kind of a nice way to level some lower level units and just give him a bit of a boost. So, I apologize, our cats are incredibly needy today, so you might see Fuma running around, grabbing cats, making sure they don't destroy our stuff. It happens.
Not destroy things, just...
No, destroy things.
No, just be restless.
Yeah. Just a moment here. Oh.
So well.
I was doing yard work, and had to mulch a bunch of the leaves out there, which I don't think Fuma has even seen my work out there yet.
No, I heard you.
So I have a lot of leaf bits up my nose. It does not feel good. Anyway, so yeah, my main account, the team, I have one dude for every element, and I just recently finished my light and my fire, Thancred and Y'shtola. And by finish, I mean by like fully awakening. Thancred, I didn't get enough shards to fully limit break him in time, but when the event rolls around or whenever we get access to the shards, I'm definitely going to gun to try to get those and try to do that. We just recently 6-starred or fully awakened Thancred, so I'm still unlocking some of the skills. Oh, we are so close. Rough Divide is great, but I'm still a little iffy on his AI as a Dragoon. He seems to jump a lot, and not in the best spots. It's like he could have done a Rough Divide instead of jump. So I'll be looking forward to when they make that switch over to where we can turn off certain abilities for the AI, because I think that will especially help in Thancred's spot, because Gunbreaker, he just spams Aurora, and Dragoon, he seems to just spam jump when he's got better options. I'm almost tempted to slap him on Red Mage for a little bit and see what happens, just to see if he'll end up using Rough Divide more as AI, but we'll see what happens. We don't know when that AI swap thing is coming through, so. And I realized I never switched it to this. This will probably be easier for you to see. As far as equipment goes, I realized I messed up on one of his weapons, the Lionheart replica, because I made one and made it a +1, and I thought you had to bring it to level 20 in order for it to be used for the next level. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just go ahead and prep this, get it ready for when I'm able to make the next one. Well, silly me, you're only supposed to make it level 10, and I obviously can't backtrack that. So I kind of messed up a little bit. I may be only able to get up to a +4. I don't know if they'll let me use this level 20 weapon for it, but I highly, highly doubt it. And as you can see, I've already actually messed up on another one here, because I did this. Yeah, I did this all before I realized that mistake. And I realized also, when you're going to make a +1, don't level it at all, because it needs a level 1 weapon or item or whatever the heck. Don't level it at all, which makes it easy, because as soon as you get 3 recipes and 3 times the materials needed for 1 weapon, you can easily just make a +1 weapon right off the bat. You get a neat little yeah, like a passive ability on it. So like Lionheart Replica gets a gets a slash attack increase. So, and actually, why am I not using this? I have no idea why I'm not using this. We're gonna go ahead and set this, because the attack is much higher, and obviously we want to use that. I've got the Mirage Vest on him. This one kind of rolled for higher spirit, and that's mainly why I put it on there, because Thancred's main weakness is magic hits. He can tank all day long on the physical hits, but magic is really going to bop him. So Mirage Vest I kind of slapped on there to help with it, and I got lucky with the barrier roll to try to increase that spirit a little. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see, all the jobs are at level 12. I can't increase that job until I get the next limit break. So we'll see when that happens. But so far he's doing great. He's doing really well. I think I skipped ahead.
Sorry, my cat was attacking your cat.
Oh. Y'shtola just today fully awakened. She was fully limit broken for a while just because it's really easy to get her shards during the event. But got her fully awakened today, and that means I also got her Trustmaster bonus, or Trustmaster reward, Night Seeker. And actually, I need to set that as her favorite equipment. Night Seeker is really good. It is... Oh, you know what? Hang on. It needs to go in a different slot. We're going to remove this. We're going to put it in the Trustmaster slot. Oh yeah, we got a 78 mag. So there are better staffs in the game. But since this is super duper easy and was super easy to get right off the bat, this is just nice. Obviously, the staff that I had previously wasn't doing as much, so really, really solid. That just means I need an armor piece or an accessory. Can we put you in the Scholar Room? Would help. Ooh, I like the idea of the circlet, but I'm worried that that's going to be shared between dudes. We'll go ahead and set it for now. Anyway, hot fixes to accounts. She is also job level 12 across the board. I haven't got enough red materials or kind of on that threshold to really get her all the way up there. I think I have the means to get the items. I don't know yet. Mont's in here. He is just barely up there to the full level, and then I think for the awakening I just need rainbow shards now. Oh, I need both rainbow and azure because Ishtola's ate up all my azure spheres. So we'll see what happens with the pulse today because that will definitely help. He's 12 across the board. He's really nice. I've got him set, I believe, on Knight at the moment. Or maybe it was Paladin. Why do I have to set those? But it's kind of been a toss-up on which one I actually prefer. One of them does the knockback, with body slam. Yeah, so he's set to Lord. Paladin was actually really cool for a while because the stun. I think it was on Paladin. Whoops, I should check that before I select it. Blade Bash, yeah. Blade Bash stun, which was actually very, very nice because that obviously turned off a unit for a turn. The downside was that we lost... What did we lose? Maybe it was Body Slam that I was worried about. It was Night Give. So I've kind of seen Mont all over the board, to be honest. I think looking at this now and actually not paying attention to it previously, between Lord and Paladin I think is a bit better just because of the stun. However, Knight is pretty good because of Disable. I actually was in a match, guild battle match, actually today, where the Mont was set to Knight and he actually did get a Disable off, and that really, really tore into me. Because obviously my Thancred was just a wet noodle as he's getting all beat up and stuff. So, yeah, personally prefer Paladin, and I'm actually going to go and keep that change that I just made. Yeah. The other... Let's see, yeah, we went through Thancred already. So then the other one I'm actually poking around with a lot is Liarte. She was my lightning pick because I didn't have Frederica and I wanted a ranger. I'm waiting for the lightning day, which I think is tomorrow, to be able to finish her out to job level 12s across the board. And I just need a limit breaker and fully awakener, stuff like that. So she's kind of on the lower priority side from the other folks, so it may take me a bit to get her fully awakened. But she's been doing good. The main reason why I wanted to poke around with her is because I saw Frederica doing awesome work with Sharpshooter. And Liarte gets that because she is a ranger. And you have to have your Frederica subclass set to ranger in order to get Sharpshoot. So she's been doing really good. I actually use her on my arena team right now, and she's picking things from across the wall. And it really helps. So highly suggest poking around with her. If you're looking for a ranger, because she's been doing good. What? Okay. My water.
Also, she's a ranger.
Well.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So Severa was my water pick. What pick? Okay, we're doing great here. So I was interested in him because he was the water black mage. I also did pull into Ramada on this account early. I pulled in Severo and then obviously get Cezanne later on. But the cats are being very, very needy. But what intrigued me about Severo was actually his Monk subclass along with it. So we've been poking around with him. He's been doing okay. Nothing too crazy, but he hasn't been fully built, so it's kind of hard to tell his potential. But so far, you know, his water spells pack a punch, and we'll get him up there. So apologize for the background noise. My wife is just trying to keep the cat entertained so he doesn't destroy all my things. Let's see. Yes. So the last spot for my party is Ziza. And I like her. I don't have her set on Thief, because I don't have the very fun Thief skills, I believe. So I've mainly been poking around with her actually as a Lancer subclass. And I've liked that because it gives her a lot more range than the Surge Strike does with Monk. She gets kind of the elevation advantage, so she could literally chuck a spear, you know, quite a ways away. So she's been doing really good with that. Obviously, she's kind of hard to limit break, but we did just get the featured banner with her, so I might be able to get some progress on her here soon, depending on how many rainbow spheres I get. We're probably going to try to stack up on the shards as best as possible. But we've only got a week, I think, of this featured banner, and I'm not a whale, so we'll see, you know, how far we get. But as soon as we get the Thief up, you know, kind of like up and going, we'll probably run that for sake of steal time, stuff like that. So, my ice picks was Gilgamesh because I pulled him before I pulled Mediana. I just recently pulled Mediana. So we're still going to focus on him just because I poured a lot of time and effort into him. But this is a huge side project because Gilgamesh is very hard to build. Everything that you buy for him is going to cost double. So it makes it kind of difficult to actually build him. I was working on leveling these side jobs earlier today, so let's go ahead and snag this while we're here. Bada boom. Neat. Ooh, we unlocked the ability for haste. We're probably not going to get there because his limit level is a little low, but access to haste is great. That's one of the reasons why Gilgamesh is so strong. It's because he's part-time mage. Kind of skimming over, Ayaka was technically my win pick, and my rule for the secondary account kind of, since Ayaka wasn't on the main team, it didn't kind of apply to the main team for the second account. So I have Ayaka and I use her on my guild defense, but that's literally it. I don't care for how Ayaka works right now because a lot of her skills are TP focused. She doesn't get any AP damaging skills to do otherwise until you set her as a sub-time mage. And even then, you can't take into certain skills, which I accidentally took into on Ayaka before I knew about that. So she goes around and bonks things with her staff a lot, and she runs around and tries to immobilize a lot. It's really kind of annoying, so she doesn't work very great on this account. Until we get that AI ability turn-off thing, she's probably going to be a huge side project. We're kind of working on Yurima on this side. And that's actually all the elements, so cool. Let me run through the alt account real fast. I don't have a pick on... Well, I do, but I don't. So the Earth pick is actually Etra instead of Mon. Etra was actually the free unit here, actually still is. You can still do her event, and I'm trying to rush to get all of her shards before it ends. But as you can see, we got her pretty close to full limit break. And we, like, I don't know, you really kind of like this character. Just because, I don't know.
Her style, her vibe.
The thing that was kind of interesting is I actually looked at this character because of the event, and I was creating the secondary account roughly around that time, and I was like, oh, I feel like Katie would really like this character because it honestly reminded me a lot of her. A lot of it was kind of the build and also her hair. So kind of short
Pale
and
skin.
pale.
Short.
Well, I just said
red hair.
nothing about the pale skin. That's
It's true.
okay.
It's true.
So Etcher's been doing pretty good personally. She packs a punch, but the account's kind of new, so she's not like optimized. And also, I realized that Etcher doesn't get a mastery quest, which really stinks because that means you don't get like some sort of free stat boost of up to 30% on something, which was really kind of surprising to see and disappointing. I would love for Etra to get an awakening or character mastery quest for like 30% or 30% attack, or even like an attack and agility. That's probably asking way too much, but even just like an agility boost would be super sweet for Etra because she's already pretty speedy, I think, and just being able to build on top of that would make her run laps. So that'd be really cool if we get that. Go ahead for the next one. Alright. Hey, Akra.
Yep. Not gonna talk much about that one.
Yeah, we did do her build correctly, though. So she is sub-time mage, and we did not take into immobilize. That way, she is able to intelligently use Comet. Because otherwise, if you take immobilize, for some reason immobilize is higher on the priority list for the code instead of Comet. It's really annoying, but yeah. So, she works great. Mediana. If you're playing this game, if you research into it at all, you know how good Mediana is. She is already starting to show that. She's very powerful in the grinding department because that is 90% of this game. And the main reason is because she starts off with her limit burst. Mages usually start with full AP, and that means she gets access to her limit burst turn 1. And the limit burst has a very wide range, and it just nukes very, very well. What's really nice is the AI knows when to use it intelligently 80% of the time. There is a lot of instances where they will Cosmo Plume one target, and that's really annoying. I really wish that the AI was a little more intelligent about that, and it's just like go for a blizzard instead. But, beggars can't be choosers. So, but she's doing pretty good. Obviously, she's kind of hard to limit break because of the fact that she's a UR. So really, my best luck is either Whimsy Shops or the Ice Day throughout the week to slowly kind of build up on this one. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned is that this alt account is free to play. I'm not spending any money on it. The main account, however, I do spend a little bit of money on. So far, it's been doing very well in kind of that balance. Surprisingly, I'm more conservative on Visior purchases on the alt account than I am on the main account, but that's neither here nor there. I'm going to go for next. Phoebe. So Phoebe was my light pick. I mainly wanted to poke around with a time mage. A lot of people have been talking up about them just from the experience in Alchemist Code with time mages. They're very powerful there. They're chronologists, I think, in that one. But anyway, they get access down the road to a skill called Quicken, which basically just hands your turn to someone. So far, Phoebe doesn't feel very useful, which really sucks to say. But haste doesn't be seeming to do a whole lot. Quicken will be great once we get it, but until then, she's just she's not doing a whole lot. She's not pulling her weight on the team, which really stinks because I've already put in a fair amount of work into her just to try to come to that realization. Yeah, it's also kind of weird that she gets Dragoon, because it's like Dragoons jump, and it's like why does a time mage need that? Her attack's low, so it's just an odd pick. I don't really understand it much, so I don't know if I recommend Phoebe, but the main reason why folks will recommend her is because her Trustmaster reward is really, really good. It is the Chronal Cap, I believe, gives... Yeah, it's mainly because of the agility. The agility and the defense is really high. The HP, there's higher armor items that give that, but this is really nice for mainly the agility, because agility is important for how quickly you're going to take your turns. So she's good for that. Yeah. Oh, Ramada Forgot about her. Ramada is the water pick for this account because we did pull into her right off the bat. So far, she's okay. I'd be very curious to see how she does with the Spellblade subclass. I haven't poked around with it much. But I know she starts really shining when you get Thief because she'll get like Steel Time and I think Mud. But so far, like Lancer, she is okay. She's not hitting very hard. But I haven't poured a whole lot of resources into her because she's not part of the Arena team and the Guild Battles team. So the Guild Battles was the main reason why I made this account because we needed another member of our guild actually doing things, so I just used a second account to kind of do that. It's very beneficial, actually. But Ramada's going to need some work. It's kind of hard to say if I replace anyone on this team who will go first between Ramada and Phoebe. I would probably say Phoebe. But Ramada is pretty close on that chopping block.
She gives me some like Fran vibes, and maybe that's just because.
Oh, Fran from Final Fantasy
yes,
12? Okay.
Just because you've been playing a lot of 12 recently, but like.
Also because of the bunny ears.
Yes, and then the white hips and everything.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'm just.
Bringing attention
They're right there.
This is true. So, this did not intend to be a waifu account.
But
Disclaimer.
It
Totally became a waifu account accidentally. So, yeah. I'll probably have Katie pick a unit in the other elements to just see who maybe seems interested. Yeah. So, I guess we can kind of do that right now based on who we have. I'm going to say no Y'shtola.
Fucking
because I use Y'shtola here, and I don't have access. I don't have access to her shards anymore.
You're a dirty bastard.
So, and you don't have to pick one if neither of them interest you. There's Naya, who is a white mage with a cleric subclass and a red mage subclass down the road. So very, very healing oriented. So that being said, she may not do a whole lot right off the bat aside from Cure. Let's see. And then Mish, who... Oh yeah, I actually was pouring some resources into this one. He's the Fire Black Mage pick outside of Y'shtola. That gets Thief and Ranger. So... Yes, I poured resources into him, but don't worry about that. We'll get more. So, neither of them.
I'm just really upset that you're like,
I'm sorry!
Y'shtola.
I literally can't get her shards anymore until the Final Fantasy XIV event comes rolling around because I have yet to see her shards in the shop.
It's fine, whatever. Okay.
Let me just,
So
I'll double check.
say no.
Yep, there's no way to get her shards.
Okay, well, you're...
So.
Or
Wow, okay. Wow.
You asked my opinion and you're like,
I'm
no.
sorry. Let's see. Dark, we don't have a whole lot. We have Little Leah. Which I haven't used her before. I don't know a whole lot about her, but she's a Spellblade Paladin White Mage. I really don't know what Spellblade does, but Paladin is obviously kind of a bulkier tank, and then the White Mage is obviously healing.
It's okay, it's my cat knocking
Yep.
down his Final Fantasy cards.
Yep.
It's fine.
Yep.
Because he's not paying
Totally
attention.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Now, Gafgarian came out today. He was the free unit that was given to everyone, and we will have to pour some resources into him for the sake of the bingo thingamajig. But he has Fell Knight, which I don't know anything about. Warrior, obviously DPS, and Monk is kind of a tankier thing. I know Tack he really likes this guy, and he's going to focus him as his dark dude. So it's up to you. Oops, sorry. As he hit the mic. Like I said, we will have to. Oh my gosh, my cat. Well, no, I'm sorry, your cat.
My cat.
Yeah, so we will have to awaken him and build him a little bit before we can. Yeah.
This is what he pulled off of the bookshelf because we're not paying attention to him.
I can't with this cat.
And now he's God, he's a mess. He's a mess.
Total mess.
A mess, I found. A mess.
What element am I missing here? 1 second. We have earth, we have ice, we have water. Oh, lightning. Lightning. Okay. So, either of those intriguing? Me? Okay. Don't worry about it.
The dude looks like he has a little treasure in that. Like in the.
In the picture.
Yeah, the small little picture. Obviously not when you get here, but like.
Oh, in the little
in
thumbnail.
It looks like a little chocobo.
It kind of does, yeah.
Right, like a little
It
tough.
does.
Anyways, yeah. It'd be cooler if he had a chocobo.
Lightning, I don't have a whole lot either. We haven't pulled into any.
No,
But
not
there
yet.
is a new lightning unit that came out today, Orlando, who is
Oh, okay.
apparently very godlike, so we'll see.
So we'll see. We'll
I
see.
think I can't remember if I poured any resources into this dude. I did not. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah, I'm kind of familiar.
Okay. So yeah. That and Liarte I use on the main account, so technically alright, so we are going to first grab these presents and then let's get to something.
Nope.
Oh,
None of that.
whoa, okay. Let's hold back sneeze. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and switch these back to the
So you can see both of them.
kind of,
Both
hopefully.
of our faces.
Hopefully. Alright, so every day we get a free 10 times summon. That
Every
guarantees a MR unit or vision card. Every day. Every day. Every day.
Or day.
Every day. So yeah, fuck it, let's do it. Sorry.
That's a weird noise. You're strange. This is where your computer blows up.
I swear to God. BlueStacks freezes a lot. A lot. It's already having some trouble.
We'll see if you guys get to see it. Who knows?
Okay, so we'll do this one by one. Alright?
That's too much!
Alright, Birth of a New Life. I've already got that card, so I'm going to get shards and the spheres. The spheres are insanely helpful. Halo.
No, it's so dumb.
Yeah, he kind of is. Liarte. So that's good. That's actually very handy. Halo again. Okay, Flag of Wazette. I don't use the card. I forget if it's any good, to be honest, but the sphere helps. Horncastle. That is actually a very, very good card. So getting the shards on that is actually very, very welcome. Liarte again. Okay. Vadim. I don't use him,
Is it
but
Vadim or Vadim?
you know, I don't know. He hasn't shown up in the story yet, so we don't know how to pronounce it. Okay, Gluttonous
Okay.
King. It's Biarte's
Yeah.
artwork. So, all right, this is probably going to upgrade to an MR, which means the yellow. Whap. Okay. There's a chance it could upgrade again, but we're gonna find out. Nope. Mary Luke.
Okay.
So she's a lightning monk. So, okay.
Alright, here we go.
Beguiling Witch. Apparently we've already got it. There is a vision card that I really hope we pull here soon, and that's Vow of Love. Vow of Love is the only card in the game that allows you to designate a tank. There's no way to aggro otherwise. So, kind of need that. Okay, I forget what that one does. So I probably don't use it. It's probably not very good.
Okay.
Uni.
Okay.
She is ice. Or no, that's a dude.
He is?
Yes, he is ice. Flaghorn. Okay. Okay, the zoo card. So if I didn't have zoo, we'd get the zoo summon.
Mm-hmm.
Naya.
Nice. Okay. Okay.
Come on. There it goes. Gluttonous King.
Oh, okay.
Balo.
Yeah.
Bela. Oh, we got someone new. That is Shadowlinks. All right. Shadowlinks is very, very good. It may be a really decent dark pick, actually. But she, and I've heard a lot of good things. I haven't built her before. But yeah, super solid.
Whoa.
Yep. Yeah, computer struggling a little bit. It's either that or it's BlueStacks. It's kind of hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hard.
Clearly.
I was going between hard to say and hard to tell.
Clearly, you can't talk.
I cannot.
And
I'm just gonna shove my face
with
with
a ton of stuff
dinner.
to poop your pants over.
I know. Alright.
Whoa.
BlueStacks always runs this very slow. So, there are 2 new UR units that came out with this Final Fantasy Tactics collaboration. Ramza, who is a light unit, and Orlando, who is a thunder unit.
Mm-hmm.
And Orlando is apparently super godlike. Ramza is pretty good too. I don't know where Ramza stands on the tier list by any means, but yeah, it's gonna really struggle. And it's not because of my computer; it's mainly because of BlueStacks. So, let's see, featured summon. Oh yes, so this week the featured summon is Eileen and Ziza, which really helps my main account, like I mentioned earlier, because Ziza's shards are obviously hard to get. I don't have Eileen on either account, but Eileen's not very good. She's kind of on the bottom of the... Eileen is the one with the spear. Eileen is actually a character who existed in Final Fantasy Brave Exvius, and they brought over because this is technically in the Final Fantasy Brave Exvius world.
Yeah.
So, but when I say Eileen is not very good, she's on the bottom of the UR tier list, which means she can still outclass a lot of MRs, but her utility and whatnot. Excuse me.
You okay over there?
It's every time I eat.
Stop eating.
Anyway, her utility is obviously kind of on the lower end, so that's why she's probably rated lower. But she does have very good slash resistance, which actually stands up against Thancred, which is very unique in the sense of PvP. So, all right. Let's see, this one... Okay, so this is a paid only, where you get a UR guarantee. Doesn't guarantee that you get the new units, though. I obviously don't have enough paid. Same thing, just the vision cards. The Rams vision card actually sounds good. So if I manage to get up to 2,000, I may try to pull on one of these. We'll see. The Yerma banner is... still available for like another 7 hours. Or temporary. Okay. So I've got enough. Yeah, it's trying. Yurma's actually pretty good. I really like her utility.
Her armor is, doing a lot for her.
Yup. Very protective. Very. It's trying. It's really trying.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright, so what we may do
Is
we've got over 2,000 on each of these accounts. I do want to see... Well, no, the Mog Shops, depending on which banner you pull on, depends on what coins you get, because it's money. So if you pull on the Ramza banners, you're only going to get coins that work and items that focus on Ramza. If you pull on the Orlando banner, you'll get items and whatnot that help Orlando. So I'm not too worried about getting either of these guys on my main account. Like, I'm not focused on it. and I'd prefer to use the Visior to try to get Zizza Sharks. So I'm gonna pull on the featured summon on the main account, and then I guess you get to choose Orlando or Ramza.
Orlando.
Orlando? Okay. Huh? What? They give you Witcher eyes?
Vibes.
Vibes. Witcher vibes. Okay, okay. Alright. Let's go ahead. Oh, that's gonna suck up all my paid Visior.
Oh,
That's
sucks for you.
unfortunate. That's okay. That's okay. You're gonna bring it to that screen that we did last time. Come on, BlueStacks! Alright, we're gonna. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Woo.
oh god.
Ooh, Sea of Blues. That's not a good sign. Uh oh. Okay, okay. So we at least have an MR in the Orlando pool. So. You could have gotten 1k more paid Visior for guaranteed. This is true, but I'm not gonna be spending money on this game like super quickly. So it may have taken me a while to actually get up to the 2k. And Zizza is part of my main team, so that's mainly why I'm doing this, as opposed to waiting for the guaranteed UR where it could be any UR, which isn't, I guess, a bad thing, but we'll see. I buy the energy packs on a regular basis, and I have gotten one of the $40 packs, I think, for Thancred for Awakening Materials, so it's not to say I can't get back up there in time. We'll see. We'll see. It's not a high priority, basically. So, anyway. Finn's Castle. I don't use the card. Huh? It is really heavy with the Balos tonight.
It is.
That's crazy. Mitch?
I would have laughed if it was another Balo.
There's probably another Balo somewhere in here.
Oh, probably.
Beguiling Witch.
Click. Okay.
Alright, Uni. Flag of Horn. Actually, I think I've got max Flag of Horn shards on this account. I can't remember. Redeem. I've got no expectations with this because it's all blues. And, like, there's maybe a chance... Okay, Phoebe shards is nice. There's maybe a chance one of them update, or, like, upgrades, but I'm not expecting it. Yeah. This card is actually awful. I hate it. Oh! Okay.
We'll see.
Mirrorlook.
Oh, okay, Mirrorlook. For a moment.
Oh, okay. It's a new card.
Crystal Suit.
I forget what it is.
Good. Cool.
Beating. Alright, here's your MR.
Okay.
That actually helps a lot because Ramada's part of our team. So that's cool. Okay. He is the Ice Green Mage. So, quote unquote, one of the best counters. Yeah. Green Mages are focused on, like, buffing. And I get it.
In the brain.
I get it. Green Mages in the Final Fantasy universe are all about buffs. So, in this one, there's typically a Green Mage for every element. But he is in Ice, so he gets Bar Blizzard and Bar Blizzara. And the reason why that's really good is because Mediana is all over the place. So he's like one of the quote-unquote counters for Mediana. So, anyway. Okay, Sergis. He is the Ice Lancer. Flag Finis. I forget what it is.
Okay, cool.
Meech.
What the hell was that noise?
Dude, it lags, so there's like a little bit of anticipation there. Murmur, okay. So she's a fun red mage for Earth, but because we've got other Earth focuses, I haven't messed around with her a whole lot. Finn's Castle. Do it. It's
Just do it.
I have no expectations with
Just
this.
do it.
Just do it.
I'm trying to like build up the drama.
God damn it. Oh, it's a minute.
Okay.
Lorenzo.
Oh,
So Lorenzo is the Earth
Pretty boy.
Dragoon.
Whatever.
And yes, pretty boy.
Sorry. Candid.
Okay. Only had enough Vizio for one pull. That's fine. And one of these, no? Yes. Oh wait, there's some bonus. There's some bonus. Maybe it's this account that had the max flag of fitness. Alright. That's alright. We actually get a crap ton of Vizio every day because of the events going on right now. So we'll have a lot of opportunities to still try to get Orlando. And we'll see where it goes. You know, if we get it, great. He's a fantastic unit, but he's going to be very difficult to chase down because I'm not a whale in the game and, you know, spending much money. So we do need to do the event quests, but I want to cover, I guess, just a few things real fast. Guild battles, if you haven't done them before, super fun. Super fun. I think it's rolling every single day. I don't know for sure. The only day where they haven't rolled is yesterday because of maintenance. But basically, you're matched against another guild every day, and each member of your guild can attack twice. Now, each member of your guild also has to set their attack and defense teams. So if you are not aware of this, for the love of God, go to your formation screen, because there's a lot of teams out here that just have an empty team. I'm trying to get to the bottom to show you guys. Come on, BlueStacks. You can do it, buddy.
Can't.
So like we have one here. Oh my gosh. Nope. Can you click on him?
No.
There we go. And like, so he's only got the mod set because that's what's default. Now, you know, I don't want to be too fussy with folks and be like, hey, set it up or you're out, kind of thing. This is just kind of a casual guild. I try to send the casual reminder because it's I don't care if you don't participate in the guild battles themselves, but you can, the defense stuff is all passive. So it just really helps everyone out if you set a frickin' team. And even if it, like, you're a brand new account, having 3 dudes certainly beats having 1 dude. Because even on the sense of where you're fighting a built team, you make them waste AP chasing you down and killing 3 units instead of 1. I'm fine with that. So like the guild that we were matched up against today had 5 empty Mont teams, or naked Mont teams, is kind of the term that some folks use. Because it's an empty team. There's no equipment on these Monts. There's no buddies to these Monts at all. So just do your guild a favor. Bare naked Monts. Avoid the bare naked Monts.
But listen to the bare naked ladies.
Yes.
Sorry, that showed my age.
Okay. But yes. Anyway, our guild battle was a lot easier because they had so many empty teams. And the opponents can only attack so many times. They could easily wipe a whole team if they had an infinite attacks, but they don't. So we're winning right now, unless they haven't messed with their defense stuff and they baited us into this and they have really powerful attack teams. We don't know. We can't see that. But we'll see. We're not too worried about these. But I will say these guild battles are super fun. I really enjoyed the idea of it and the collaboration behind it. It's super cool. Highly suggest it. We'll go ahead and go back home. Maybe BlueStacks will let me. Grab these. Those are the summon coins from the banner we pulled. Ooh, I need to check something that I just thought of. Because with that Yerma banner expiring, I don't know if that means the Yerma coins are only good for a certain while. because I was pulling on the Irma banner for a while, trying to get the Rama card. Let's see. Well held. I still had the Final Fantasy 14 event out here. I should be fine. Oh yeah, we got 27 days. So, okay. Won't worry about that. Alright, so I guess really from here, we'll just go into the Final Fantasy Tactics event quest. There is a bingo board that they released for this, if you haven't seen that yet. So it's going to kind of focus on Gafgarian, who is a free unit that you literally get for logging in. And one of the things is to awaken him, level him up a bit to level 10, and then... Oh, I can't see what the... Oh, wait, no, I can't. Ah! Okay. Stinks.
Yep.
So, this will be pretty easy to do. You can kind of trick this, and instead of doing a bulk enhance, just do it a 1x1. And you'll get that pretty quickly. I forgot about that today, so... but yeah, let's go ahead and get into the event quests. Now, one of the other new features today that if you haven't poked around with that is super duper awesome is the auto repeat function. So if you're grinding for a certain material and you've beaten the quest once, you can literally set it to repeat until you run out of energy or if you fail the quest. And it's super duper cool because that really helps when you're kind of just letting this play on the side. For some reason, the best features of this game is when the game plays itself. That's what makes the game like super enjoyable to me because I can sit here and manage 2 accounts because it's like, okay, I'm focusing on this item, cool. Auto repeat makes this so much easier. I was doing it all day during work today on the side, and just letting it run meant that I could focus on work more so, and I just had to look over and say, oh, was that energy? Cool. What's next? Like, set it up from there. Like, it's super, super awesome. Thank you so much for putting that. That's all I can say. I've already done these quests for today, but they do have the 3 million download commemorative do these because they give really good stuff. Obviously, a chance at spheres and rainbow shards alone is really good, but you're also getting awakening materials, and you need just globs and globs of that. So the JP reward is something they've kind of brought back. This is a new one that I definitely want to poke around with, is the secret book reward quest, because we're grinding to get the books to awaken weapons. However, even if I do those, I'm not going to be dipping my toes in too far to the weapon crafting because it's still a lot of RNG. They didn't bring over the quality of life from Japan like I thought they did, where the passive ability that's randomly rolled on a weapon or armor or accessory when you make it, that's not carried, like you can't choose which one's carried on to the child weapon, so it just inherits a random one. So until we get that changed to where I can pick which one, which is included in their up-and-coming updates, I'm probably not going to poke around too much with weapons, but I will stack up in the materials, so we'll see what happens. And then I guess don't forget there's the once a day shard quest for Etra. Even if you're not focusing on Etra, there's only going to be one opportunity to get her shards, assuming that it's going to be a while before her event comes back. So get the shards while you can. You need quite a bit. So I don't know anything about this Tactics event quest, and I'm sure we're going to blast through the first 2 stages. It's probably going to be on the secondary account where things are going to kind of slow down a bit with the auto, but I'm really just going to let these guys run. They're probably going to tank through a lot of it. Oh, I didn't realize these guys had a second slot. Just a second. Yeah, we're doing great. We're gonna slap
That's not nice.
leather plate onto Armada. I didn't finish my sentence.
Yeah, I'm glad
Wow.
you did.
And then, yeah, I guess we'll give an iron rod to Phoebe. I really don't like the iron rods, by the way. For some reason, they made the attack stat higher than the magic stat, on the iron rods, so they're not the best option for these casters that use the damn thing. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Alright, anyway, let's get into it. Yo. And I'm gonna go ahead and mute, I think, the secondary account. We'll switch over back to the main account.
Oh, you woke her up.
I woke her up. Oh. It'll get there. Hopefully. Chocobos! They're chocobos. We're unfortunately going to have to beat up the chocobos. There's a red one, I think, in the daily quest that I saw earlier. Is Ayaka being smart and doing comment? We're probably killing my computer right now.
Yep. Haha, dude.
So, one thing to note, Thancred going for the jump immediately. I'm already tired of it. Because
He's tired of you.
I bet... Well, no, he's going to get his turn before the chocobos do, so it won't be useless here. But, see, like, Y'shtola is going to act sooner and kill the target that the jump was for. So, he just kind of wasted time. He could have just done a rough divide. Hate it. Probably going to switch him over to Red Mage and try that out after this. Sweet. Oh man, my computer is crying.
It's dying. How dare you? Sorry.
I got 1. So now I have 1,001 because I got some from the bingo board already. 1,001. That's really dumb. Oh, I got 3 on the alt account. What the heck? Alright. What I actually really enjoy, and I really hope it drops more of this later on, is the damn dragon statues. Because those are a butt to farm for.
Why'd you put out in the universe, yo?
I don't know. Desire Sensor's gonna hear me, and I'm never gonna get him. It's gonna be dumb.
I'm gonna go get some.
Okay, that's fine.
And check to make sure my cat isn't being hurt by it.
Yeah. Alright, give me just a second. I need to see if Task Manager is telling me my computer is on fire. Doesn't look like it. Physically, it does not look like it's on fire. But we are running at 100% CPU. So. Yeah, it does not like me. Part of it's Google Chrome, though. We're going to close it. Oh, wait, no, I can't. Wait, yes, I can. Put my phone in. Alright. Just a second here, because I'm going to bring up chat on my phone. Perfect. Okay. Close out of Chrome here, because that's going to be eating up a lot of processing. Bada boom. Perfect. That'll help a little bit. 80% of memory being used. Probably not the greatest thing.
What? You breaking your computer?
Maybe.
Oh, good.
Alright. So, let's go ahead and just carry into the second one. You alright? Okay. She's beating herself up over here.
You know how I said it was hot and now I'm cold?
Oh.
It's funny, I need to go get it.
Go get a jacket.
I think that they said that the thing was... Wait, hold on. Did I read this right? Announcement. April update is now available.
423 update.
Wait, it's on 423?
The April update for New Horizons is now available.
Oh, interesting. Wait, today's 22nd.
Last week.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, I'm playing Animal Crossing like probably most people. And there's an update.
Yup.
Yep. Although I'm super freaking stoked, and this has nothing to do with any of this stream stuff, so I'm sorry. But
Go ahead.
if
This is your
you
time.
played the Animal Crossing, there's this lovely, lovely owl named Celeste, and she gives you all of the Zodiac stuff and stuff about the Zodiac stuffs, and it's lovely and amazing and great and fantastic because I love Zodiac related things. So, whereas some people are like, I don't get no F's, I'm like, this is effing cool. I got like a tourist bathtub. So freaking excited. Okay, that's all. That's my nerdy little dorky bit. You know how you were like super excited and like about this game? I'm super excited and like about Animal Crossing. So. Anyways, I'm also butthurt that Diana didn't move into my town yet. I'm working on her. She's like, let's put up I know, you're so.
Well, no, I
confused
heard the
and
music, so I was like, oh, it just finished.
But you're. What, Meeks? Sorry, my cat is needy. Hold on.
Alright, so we got some of the visions for Ramza, it looks like, and for Gafgarian, so those will obviously come in handy if we ever get the units. I'm surprised it's still giving green level items. I would expect blue if it's going to start giving me blue visions in the quest rewards. Alright.
Yes. She meowed at me.
Oh, okay.
That meant she wanted me to pick her up, right?
Clearly, yes. Oh! Wow! Throwing the cat.
I didn't throw her. I let her jump, and she didn't.
She didn't make it.
She didn't jump and land where she was trying to. Didn't happen. So.
I'm just waiting for one of these blue stacks to crash.
I'm just waiting for her.
What?
I don't know. That's really bad. Dan, don't judge me!
Alright.
I know, you're already judging me.
Alright.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully folks out there had better polls tonight. I know a lot of people were looking forward to this event coming out. This is mainly because of the Japanese players' experience when the game originally came out. Orlando was just basically dominating. So it's kind of something that happens to me in a lot of games when I hear something is like super duper overpowered or really really good.
You don't want to do it.
I don't want to do it. So I don't really have much interest of getting Orlando or Ramza. And it kind of comes in a little bit here and there because Thancred is obviously seen as really good, but you don't see a whole lot of him because of the resources that were necessary to build him. Because he was a double shard unit. Where basically what I mean by that is his cost for shards in the shop was double, kind of same as Gilgamesh. and so that kind of makes it seem like only whales will be able to max him out, yada yada yada. But even just getting him to LB3 and popping, you know, a little bit of money into it, he took over the taco bookend.
Oh my god, not the taco bookend.
My taco bookends. I forgot what I was saying. Whales, yes. So, yeah, even getting Thancred to just Limit Break 3 and fully awakened, that gets him far enough to be able to get Rough Divide, which I was really excited about, and, you know, be able to finish his ability board. The rest of the limit breaks obviously will kind of come in time, and it may cap out kind of how good Thancred ends up being, compared to other units that I could fully limit break and awaken. But in the meantime, he's doing great. I have absolutely no reason in the world to swap him in. Looks like we got some other visions. Looks like another one for Ramza. Yep, Ramza and Orlando's. Yeah, so it's a. I don't know how many of these. You want to go?
Yeah.
You want to go?
Yeah.
We're going on stream. Ugh. Alright.
This is the struggle we have. We want attention.
Want attention.
But we don't want attention.
But we don't want attention.
What's going on, boo? What's going on?
Oh. Make sure he's not hurting himself.
Yeah, no.
Ugh.
It's okay.
I want none of this.
Mom! This is too much. Hey.
Starts making out with your nose, like, let go of me! Nah. And Slink. Okay. He's escaped from the parents' clutches. For now. Ooh,
Don't
new
worry,
map.
he's gonna climb on me later and sleep on me.
Probably. This is a new map, I like that. Oh, and that was a Ramza unit. Was Ramza fighting Gafgarion? By the way, I know nothing of the story of the Tactics games. I think I tried to play Tactics back in the day, and I wasn't interested. Oh, I forgot to switch Thancred to Red Mage. But yeah, never played them, so I don't know anything about the story. Geezer says more cats. We both look at Mikara like, it's your turn. Oh, you could have brought the cat with us. Oh, okay. This is Mikara.
She's the cutest sleeper ever.
She is.
Well, when she falls asleep, because she smushes her face. Right? Yeah, cute. Cute daddy's girl.
Yeah. Oh, well, she doesn't like being held regardless. Throw her headset
Oh
on.
god, that would be atrocious.
Oh, I know.
I could probably make that. No. Thank you, Dad. I know what you're gonna do.
She's under the desk now.
So today was fun at work. We're doing a spirit week thing, and it would bring your pet to work. So I actually got to have my cat join me during like video conferencing stuff.
I definitely was not paying attention.
What?
But the gate opened. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No one died. So why?
Great questions. Nico, stop going after damn cards. I see you.
Huh. But what I did notice is we have to do that quest 5 times. So...
5?
Yes. I'll come back to that. We'll go ahead and just keep going. Oh my gosh, Cat. When we're not paying attention to him, he goes over to all my Final Fantasy TCG stuff and just starts trying to pull stuff down. And sometimes I have loose card stacks over there, and he has absolutely wrecked a stack. Mikara did it the other day.
Oh.
Yeah, she never does that.
Can you teach me cards sometime?
I'm an innocent cat. Whoop! Jesus. Alright, I'll wait for the second account to catch up. This may be where the second account kind of struggles. So, I want to check the missions. It was back opening stream. Man, I have no reason to buy any physical product right now because obviously locals are canceled due to the COVID-19 stuff. But when that gets back up and running, maybe.
And then Mika will be the one to follow up.
Yes.
Right, Meeks? He said yep.
He said yes. Okay. So, what I wanted to check is to see if the missions were going to punish me for taking a companion. On the second account, I'm going to go ahead and bring my main account's companion, which is my Thancred. And then on the main account, let's grab... Oh my goodness, God.
Yes, boo-boo? Can you tell me more?
I don't have Katie's character shown up. I guess we'll go ahead and throw Orlando in there. So what's really kind of nice with these trial companions that they're doing is they give them all of the equipment. And probably not an optimal build by any means, but a really darn good one for them. So that was good. It was pretty good. It's interesting that they gave him Golem. Oh, but that is just maxed out. 500 HP. Holy buckets. 25% max health for the party. Holy hoops. That's good. Alright, let's see how this goes.
That's so
What? Oh, it's a rug that's in the shape of a bell bag.
because it was an apology letter that they reduced the interest rates for the savings accounts.
Oh, this is the Kuka Lane fight that I think I saw some footage on. This will get interesting. I don't know if my secondary account will be able to handle this fight. They may do it, I don't know. They may clinch it.
Got this, come on! Believe you can do it.
I think they'll be fine. We might suffer a death or two, but they're doing enough damage. And Thancred is tanking, so we absolutely needed the companion to survive this. And he jumped. God damn it. Okay, we survived. Okay, I'm good with it. I'm good with it. No. It just means I feel like because I have to do that quest 10 times apparently. I feel like I absolutely will need Thancred because I don't have the Vow of Love, and a way to tank on the alternate account. Geezer, so what's the deal with the double stream? It's mainly because I do technically play 2 accounts, and I use an emulator to play them both at the same time. So it was just, if I'm gonna stream more of the Visions, then I'm gonna try a double stream. It is kind of killing my computer a little bit. It's using quite a bit of RAM. So I don't know if we'll do this all the time in the future. I don't know how it's going to affect my computer. It is using 100% of the computer processing power, but that's typical when I just fire up 2 emulators anyway. I just don't know with it using so much RAM, kind of what that does to the computer. And I don't know if I can expand my RAM on there. I forget if I've got any extra slots. Doesn't look like I've got any extra slots. So if I upgrade my RAM at all, I just have to go for bigger sizes. And that's not really on the table right now because the computer's doing fine. But yeah, so that was the intention behind the double stream. Alright, so that was probably the last one, I imagine, in the little string of quests. Ooh, I love the fact that it's given me the purple items right now. I really needed to give me blue items, so. Because that's the level of items that I'm getting stuck on the second account. The dang dragons is mainly what I'm having the hardest time farming right now, as far as drop rates go. Alright, so I want to double check the Mog Shop. I guess I really only needed to go into it on one. But when they were running the Final Fantasy XIV event, they had a way to where you could just straight buy a unit if you farmed up enough of the event tokens. That is not the case on this one. You can only get the shards, but you can get the weapon crafting recipes. Now this is important because you want to get at least 63 of these crafting recipes. And you better hope for some really good RNG and not mess up a single one. That's where I messed up on the Final Fantasy XIV event weapon with the lines art. And it's possibly why they give you 100 of these to buy at max. Because having that cushion may help. But the real important things here is if you do get Ramza, if you do get Orlando, Gavgarian, obviously everyone's going to get. You want to make sure that you get all the shards that you need during the event, because they will not be available outside of the event. So Gavgarian is probably going to be a bit of a focus for that, because we've got them. And if we pull into the Ramza or Orlando, we'll kind of get those on the side. I think I bought them on one of the accounts because they came up in the Whimsy shop randomly. Both of them did, so it was like 5 shards just in case. But the other things that you want to get is the memories, because these are only going to be available during the events, and you're going to need all 4 of these and all 5 of these on the red level. Then I think that's the only unique items. So yeah, the unique items are the shards, the weapon recipes, and the memories. So those should be kind of your first focuses. Nico, unless you need to sneeze, do not use the tissue box. No touchy. Please.
Touchy?
No touchy.
Touchy.
No. You're looking at it again. So, yeah. Now the catch with these is obviously if you need a bunch of them. Oh, it's time, huh? It's almost time.
9 minutes.
9 minutes. So obviously, if you're trying to get 100 of these, you're gonna need 15,000 tokens. Depending on what ends up being the best way to farm, and if your team can do that on auto,
9 minutes.
will depend on how quickly you get those. Let's see, that's 2,000 here, I think. No, 1,600. Go! Blue stacks, Jesus. Yeah, 1,600. So this won't be too bad. Then, let's see, 5 of these, 4,000. Not terrible. The fact that you have access to these looks good on paper, but getting the the shards may be a little difficult, depending on how quickly we can start farming. So, and obviously I held off on doing this event until the stream tonight, so I may have missed out on some farming time. But that's fine. I'm not too worried about it. What I guess I'm kind of surprised not to see, though, is an EX level unlocked. Let me check the multi real fast. Because they put it out here, then that's kind of a butt. Multi's really fun, by the way. Especially when you have 2 accounts. And you're just kind of playing with 1 unit from each account. So we only get the secret book reward quest out here. Interesting. Alright. So that means the Kukulane fight is our only way to farm at the moment. Hopefully they bring something out later. That is a bit better. Nico! Quit it!
Oh, guys.
If she's gonna be this much of a butthole about it. You're the one who got him on this treat schedule in the first place, so. You did! Ow! Let's go to the challenges here.
How dare I?
How dare you? Alright, so we're gonna get these.
See?
Oh, you're okay.
Yeah.
Geezer's on a treat schedule too.
Yeah.
We only do one at 9 o'clock, and that's only because when we lived with my parents for a little while, they did 9 o'clock treats. So my cat got used to it.
Yeah. I also got used to their cat's food.
This is true. Started off as an innocent bedtime snack for Alice, and now she demands it when she can tell everyone's getting ready for bed. That's great.
They're so freaking smart.
They are.
You go good.
Alright, so let's go ahead and try to finish off this bingo card. So first one's first, we need to level vision card 3 times. So I don't think it's going to be particular in regards to like 3 separate times or just a total of 3 levels. Let's see, can we max this out? We're definitely not maxing this out. Max. Oh, we can! Okay! That's exciting. Why is it not to the full 30% though? Maybe because of the Horn Castle. Or, I'm sorry, the Awakening. Ah. That's neat. Alright, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do that. That's gonna cost me a lot. I am going to be farming so much Gill Snapper stuff this weekend because all the shops that they released for this event ended up being like super expensive, but really, really nice items. So we're gonna need a lot of Gill. It is draining the tank very, very quickly. On here, let's go ahead and level up this one, I think. This is the one I'm working on mainly first. Sweet. Max that out until we can awaken it. I guess let's... Did I max this one out? No, I just... Must have just recently awoken it. We'll just go and dump the rest into it. Sure. Okay, and then the next one I've got is Secret Orders. I mainly use Secret Orders on my alternate account for Etra. Because, or is it on Etra? I think it is. Mainly in the multi-team because of the agility increase. The minus on Spirit kind of stinks, but the agility increase is mainly what we're looking for there. If they had one that was agility increase and strike attack, I'd be all over that. I think the one that gives strike attack wasn't very good. I forget which one that is specifically, but it's. I don't think I had one that was like super duper awesome. Yeah, we'll go ahead and level this one. Just dump the rest of the stuff that I've got. Dope. What? You have sneeze coming.
No, I think you just saw sign on my face. Okay, thanks.
Nope, called it.
No.
Alright, so we've got the vision card updated. Now the other one was leveling an Esper, or enhancing an Esper, excuse me. Let's see, I'm very, very close to maxing out Iron Giant for his first star, which will allow me to awaken him, and then carry his level even further. So, click this once. Click it once again. Bada boom. Ah, cheat codes. Alright, we'll go ahead and batch enhance, dump the rest into them. And we're saving the SP here because we're trying to build up for the next level of magic increase if you have Shiva equipped. And I think it takes like 35. So there's a really annoying exclamation point that's on the Esper thing because of that, but not much you can do. Alright, so then the other thing was we needed to awaken Gafgarion and level him up 10 levels. So let's go to Gafgarion. We can already limit break him. Oh, but that uses my Azure Spheres. I don't want to do that. No, we're going to hold off on that. We're going to awaken him. Which I think they gave me enough materials to do this. I can't remember, but it doesn't take a whole lot. Especially like the low-level souls. Very, very easy to get. Especially with the auto-repeat. Unlocked Warrior. And then let's go ahead and enhance him. Oh, let's see. I'm only putting in the bare minimum that I need to on this because I'm not interested in really using Gafgarion. Cool. Alright, let's go ahead and see what the next thingamajig on the bingo board is. So that should be everything unless I missed something. Maybe the level 1's job. Nope, that's everything. Alright, let's grab it all. That's kind of neat. If you level up a vision card, you get enough EXP cubes to actually level up Gafgarion to level 10 and then some. And that gives you more experience cubes, I guess, which doesn't lead to anything else. But it's kind of cool to see, like, if you complete this one, you can complete this one. Sorry, I think I should... Taking a little bit on these. Ooh, Final Fantasy Summon ticket. That sounds neat. Taking a little bit for it to load. Oh, another ticket. Oh, yep. So it gives you some prisms. I'm surprised it gives the Earth ones, though. Because none of the dudes that you get are Earth here. But that'll help with Etra, like, I don't care. And, well, I think I've got enough on Mont. Oh yeah, they're not tying it to the characters at all. Alright, let's wrap these up. Okay. So the next bingo. What we got? What we got? Oh, come on, you. There it goes. Please? There we go. Alright, so advance in the FF. Oh, so I'll have to do that again. Awaken a piece of equipment. Make an exchange at the Guild Metal Exchange Shop. Okay. I tend to do that every day, so that's not hard. Advance in the event quest 5 times. I don't know if I know what that means. Advance in the hard quest 3 times, so I don't know what that's talking about because we don't have any hard quests just yet. Level up Gafgarian. That'll be easy enough. All the way to level 40 though. Which does mean we have to awaken him once more? Pretty sure. We'll either need to awaken him or limit break him, I think. Job to level 6, so that'll take a little bit of work. They really want you to pour some resources into Gafgarian, it seems. Compete in the arena 3 times. We are on that. Very quickly, tomorrow we are getting that. Because that is a blue dragon, or prowling Wyvern blue statue thingamajig. And those are the exact ones that I'm getting hung up on my alt account grind. So I am all over that. Make an offering to a guild statue we'll get tomorrow. So we should clean these up pretty easily. Once we get it, we'll get some Realms shards. So that's pretty neato. So, cool. Let me see. We're gonna try to go events. Nice. Okay, you get the jobs necessary for all 3 of them. Okay, so I'll need to do the missions, it looks like, a certain number of times each time to finish all of the quests. So, like, and they do this typically. The first one looks like we need to do 3 times. The second one we'll need to do 3 times. The third one we'll need to do 3 times. Fourth one 5 times. Once you do, you're going to get some fragments, which will be really nice. And then some prisms, which will also be very nice. And then the final stage 10 times. And the rewards on that are even more thoughts and prisms and event tokens. So I am all for that, because that's awesome. However, I don't see a hard difficulty thingamajig. But clear high difficulty secret book reward quest for sword, great sword, and axe. Sword, great sword, and axe. 3 times, 5 times. So wait, is it? Oh, wait, no. Hang on. Did I miss something? Did I do the same thing? High difficulty secret book reward quest. Sword, great sword, axe 3 times. Why would they do that in 2? It's very strange. Okay, so we'll get some seals off of doing this one. Those are always handy. Those increase the chance of a certain stat raising depending on which seal you use when you enhance an item. So it increases the chance that that stat will raise because it's randomly rolled. Just getting a weapon to maximum level does not mean it's at its full potential. It's highly unlikely it'll be at its full potential. That you have to fix with hammers, I believe. And even then, I don't know if that's going to be fully available. Spear, fist, and gun, that's pretty neat. So it's just those. And we get some Visior out of that. Not a whole lot, but every little bit helps, I suppose. And they do have the multi-rewards, which I need to finish the Etra ones. But more seals, more books, more Visior. We'll get there. It'll be easier to do once I'm able to solo the quest. between the two accounts. So we'll see. Oh, I just did all of that on the tiny ass screen. My apologies. We're gonna go ahead and hit the claim all. Let's go back over here. We'll claim all.
Let him go
Ooh, Billy?
His job. He's an old man. We're allowed to get rid of the Canada. Listen, we're allowed to get rid of the Canada. We do not mind what they just did.
Is that like to go?
It's fine. I don't have any big issues with it.
I mean, it frees up a spot for another builder. Forever. Forever. You'll never get them back ever. Never ever. So I hope you understand the weight of the decision.
Wow, it's like you've played Animal Crossing before to know how to make players feel guilty.
Uh-oh, ranked up. That's okay. Well, I've got some grinding to do, it seems. I think we'll carry on the stream for about another 20 minutes. Just go ahead and focus on these event quest grinds. And we'll go from there. Probably in the stream at 9:30 Central. Let's go here, let's go here. And finish up the first one first, which we had to do a total of 3 times. And it was 5 on the second to last and 10 on the last one. So I'm not going to use auto repeat because it's not going to stop me until I tell it to. And I'm going to lose track. Guaranteed it. So. I forgot to switch Thancred to Red Mage.
Way to suck.
I think I saw a red chocobo on one of the other missions, but I forget. Yeah, I think it's on the second. No, I am very, very excited for when that quality of life change comes in for the being able to turn off abilities in the AI for monks because they use store a lot, and store is personally very useless because it only increases your attack for 1 turn. What's the point? Like, what's the point? I'd rather you just not do anything if you can't punch something. Like, but that's also why Surge Strike exists. So, I'd rather you not do anything so you save the CT and act sooner. Ugh. Alright, we're switching Thancred.
Yeah, switch it. Don't forget.
I'm going now.
Yeah.
I'm going right meow.
Right, meow?
Right meow. We're
My
just
hand
going-
smells like treats.
Wonder why.
I don't know. I just get them.
Yeah. Alright. Thancred. Dragoon. Switch to Red Mage. And away we go. Alright.
And away we go. Okay, cool.
Wee.
Whee!
Oh, blue stacks crash.
Sauce! We kind of anticipated, right?
Oh, this happens a lot. When I was trying to do Maltese with Jerry yesterday, it crashed probably like, I mean, it crashed a lot throughout the day, but there were some times where it's like you launch it, it crash, launch it, crash, launch, crash, launch. Okay. It's like,
Oh, I thought we were
okay.
doing dropping a beat or something, you know?
Launch and crash and launch and crash and launch and crash.
Kind of like Boots and Cats and
Right.
Boots and Cats and Boots and Cats.
It doesn't work as good as Boots and Cats, though.
No, it doesn't.
Alright, well, we wrapped up on that one. I'm just gonna wait for the main account to get caught up. Oh, it didn't even start the quest. I was expecting it to be like, your quest was interrupted. Forever. Oh my gosh, it booted me all the way out.
Boot them out forever.
I mean, the only way to guarantee that you get them back is going to be through the really expensive Animal Crossing amiibo cards. It's the only way to guarantee a villager.
Whoever thought that it would be this damn hard? Think about who stays on your.
I mean, it doesn't help that there's 402 villagers to pick from. So.
I know, and there's like so many people about to make it. I just, you know when you like start off with peeps, and then it's like you kind of get attached to them.
Yeah.
But they're not like.
They're not anyone to write home about.
Right.
Yeah.
The jock character, so he like talks about sports and stuff.
Sports
And exercise constantly.
Ugh.
He's an old man. I'm okay with him being an old man, but he always talks about sports.
Sports.
And he says, "Dag nabbit."
See, that's.
Faunus is dairy.
Yeah. That's not as funny. Yeah, damn it.
Diana says, "Oh doy." Oh doy. O-Y. D-O.
Oh doy. Oh doy.
Oh doy.
It's kind of like an oive.
Yes.
What is he charging? I didn't watch Thancred the entire time. It's like, I swear to God, if you're casting something useless, I'm gonna beat you up. Alright. Pretty sure that was the last one. I definitely was not paying attention to the freaking mission pop-up that I should have been paying attention to. No, that was my fault. Because I was looking at the screen. What is going on?
I'm not sure, but I'm gonna guess it's a cat.
Probably.
Getting stuff behind me.
So, Nico's probably knocking things down. Alright, so we need to go into these one. And we're gonna watch Thancred. See what he does. Yeah, if you're not familiar with War of the Visions, as you can see, this game is incredibly easy to play because I'm not really inputting anything. I'm just telling it to go. It's very strange on the the thing that I like about the game is the fact that it kind of plays itself. Kind of like I mentioned earlier in this stream. But that's what makes it great, is because it's just like, I can be decent at this game just by monitoring it. You know, obviously you gotta put some time in the grind, but it plays itself. Once we get to the hard difficulty missions, it's probably not going to be the same, but... Alright, Thancred, what are we doing? You're charging. What are you charging? It's not going to hit anything now. Thanks, Mont. I don't know what's with the Rangers, but they take forever. Oh, he's trying to cash Banishra. Yeah, that's really going to do a whole lot. Why aren't you doing Rough Divide? That would have done so much more damage. Ugh. I'm so frustrated with the AI with Thancred. It's like, be smart. Rough Divide does so much damage. Luckily, he'll do it in PvP. As far as like the arena matches, I haven't done the match battle stuff yet. And that's not auto anyway, so... sorry, yum. You can intervene, Geezer. You basically just turn off the auto button. But it's... And we likely will have to do manual for like harder difficulty fights once those come out. But even now, the EX missions, which are supposed to be the hard difficulty stuff, you can do on auto. The reason why they have it like this is mainly because they're trying to since it's a new game, they're trying to let players build up teams to be able to, make a good team, and then come later in the lives of this game, probably maybe a month or two out, they will release fights that are really meant to challenge it. It's kind of what they did with Final Fantasy Brave Exvius. They, at least from what I've heard, is they gave it a moment to kind of let folks build up teams, and then they release the hard difficulty stuff. So it's entirely up to you, but the majority of folks do play with auto on these fights because it's easier, it inputs faster, it's just going to be better. So yes, it could be playing a little more optimally in regards to skill usage, but it's not that big of a deal. So I think Thancred trying to cast a spell is kind of dumb, but what can you do? Because that tells me that there is a skill that he uses in each subclass that he spams and he shouldn't be. And I guess at the end of the day, I will take the Aurora over Jump and Banishra. Oh, we actually might get to kill something. Let's find out. Oh! Wow. He did it. He did it. You know, his magic stat's so low that it's just like, why are you casting spells? Why? And of course, Liarte just, shooting through a freaking wall. That makes sense. I think I did the second mission 3 times on the alt account, so I'll go ahead and carry into the third one. Easier. So can you alter the playstyle of any of your characters in auto, or does the AI fight with the same preferences each fight? So as of right now, it uses the same preferences. There is a quality of life update that they will be releasing. They've already announced it. But basically what it'll do is you can turn on and off abilities that are used in the AI auto. That's going to solve a lot of problems. A lot of the big perpetrators is actually Mont, the main character, because he opts to go for Stone Throw a lot, as opposed to just running up and hitting something. It sets the ability priority, I think, above just smacking something. Even if smacking something would be the smart move. So once we're able to turn off Stone Throw, then it'll work itself out. But at the moment, all learned abilities are used in there. And that's important because there are guides out there that say, hey, don't take this skill. And we had to do that with Ayaka on my alt account because Ayaka, if you teach her Immobilize and switch her to the subclass of Time Mage, she'll focus on using Immobilize a lot, and you don't want that. The whole reason why we switch her to Time Mage is to give her access to an offensive spell because she doesn't have any on her base job. It means that she'll use Comet because it's the only thing that she knows what to do with, as opposed to trying to go for the debuff of Immobilize, which doesn't even work. I have yet to see that work even once. So, yeah. I'm looking forward to that because that'll make a lot of this easier, but gotta work with what we got so far. I think this one took a little longer than the other ones. This may be the last round depending on how long these take. One, kind of on the topic of the sub-jobs, one of the things that I don't think I'll be poking around with as far as sub-jobs is Liarte. While she does have an interesting combination, Sharpshoot is really where she's excelling, and she only gets that if she's set to Ranger, I think. So we do want to make sure to hang on to that. Now, I could be entirely wrong, and if that's one of the skills that she hangs on to, no matter what her subclass is, then we might poke around with some of the other ones. Like if it gets rid of the charges, the very supercharge, mega charge, whatever. I'm not too bothered by that because those are charged skills as opposed to instant use. So that'd be fine.
What would you do?
She still can't decide if she's
No,
keeping
I
Billy.
can't.
She can't decide. Does she keep Billy?
Does it happen? Do I keep the old man?
Do you keep Billy or no?
I have a koala named Canberra that I don't really care for. And I have a mouse named Chapter. Looks like he has green chicken.
Billy is a goat. Because, Billy goat.
Billy Goat!
And his phrase is dagnabbit. He's a jock, and he's really old.
Yeah.
That's about all we got. He likes Spurs. Boot him! Jesus says give him the boot.
Give him the boot.
Give him the boot. That's 2 votes for giving the boot. Actually 3 technically, because Alex.
I mean, Alex didn't give me great advice.
He just says he sounds like a drag.
Said she wouldn't be mad because my friend has him on her island and says that she wouldn't be mad if he left her island, but getting someone specific to live with me might be super difficult, but I get a chance that way.
True. That's the biggest thing, is like, you're not super duper attached. He's just one of your original villagers.
Yeah, he's one of my OG villagers, and I like him better than the other OG villager, but I know that some of the villagers that I want are not going to get along with each other.
Right. So, that's your only job type.
Yes.
Okay. Give him the boot. But he's a goat.
Oh my god! These are...
Geezer, do we need to have a talk about speciesism?
Okay, but get him out of here. Okay.
Do it. Press the button. Press the button. All you have to do is press the A button. You're already on Take Care. Have a nice life. Deuces. Sayonara. Signing off. Logging out. He's out of here. To the moon. I'm gonna press the button for you. Oh dear. Google goat eyes and then tell me why he deserves to feel the nightmare of your island inhabitants. No question.
He's not the only goat on the island.
Who's the other goat right now?
Chevre.
Chevre?
Yeah. But she got pretty cute eyes. And she's snow color. She white.
Give it a vote. Listen, this is democracy. We've already voted.
Have you ever looked into it? No, I have not. And his eyes are closed, technically. So.
Oh, I got leaf bits in my hand. Yeah. I was mulching all those leaves, and of course the dust is getting everywhere. But basically what I did is those plants that are on the side that had all the leaves caught up in them, I took a shovel and I was essentially shoveling the leaves out of it first, and then also kind of chopped those plants, because we're planning on getting rid of them anyway. The long white spindly ones, I don't know what they are, but...
Oh, like the grass kind of looking stuff?
Yeah, whatever.
Next to the squirrel feeders?
Yeah.
Squirrel feeder thing? Those bits... Do you like this? This is great. This is great.
This is great. So, but anyway, I took care of those, kind of cleaned them up a bit, and got some of the leaves along that area, and also a little bit along the fence line, and I just mulched all of it. So it's now in the 6 bag that's sitting out there. We have a lot of bags that we can't put into our garbage bin with our garbage company, because they have to be in the bin.
Do they have to be in there?
They have to be in the bin because of the current COVID stuff. I called today and asked. If it was outside of the COVID stuff, they could take up to 5 bags, which would literally take care of all of our yard waste bags. So now we have to, little by little, because if we ask for an extra bin, there's a $25 delivery fee.
No.
Yeah.
Heck no.
Yeah. Looking at an extra $3.
Heck no.
So, okay, we'll figure it out. I don't know how that works. Alright, Isa says, I'm gonna save you hours of sleep. They're terrifying. Just kick them out. Do I have to put my goddamn sticks in the bins? I have 8 bundles. I should not. So, if you were working with our trash company, you'd basically have to put the yard waste in the same bin as your normal trash, which, I mean, isn't like a huge deal for us. We don't have a whole lot of trash because it's just the 2 of us right now. But when it comes to all of the yard work on this new house where we're doing a lot of stuff with, the initial is going to be a lot. So we do have a bucket of sticks. We've got 6 yard waste bags, and I obviously can't fit all of that into the bin in a single week. Even the sticks won't be able to fit in there right now. It's going to be literally our trash from the kitchen tonight. Donate to your local streamer so we can get rid of his trash.
Maybe.
I'm kidding. Don't.
Don't do that.
I hear you. I butchered a small tree last weekend and didn't put the sticks out because of the snow, yeah. Like, if we had a fire pit, it'd be dope. Like, all these sticks would be probably very useful for that. Probably burn some of the leaves along with it, because we have a ton of leaves. When we bought this house and moved in,
It was in the fall.
it was in the fall, so they didn't do any yard work. And
We had a tree in our front yard and a tree in our backyard, and all our neighbors had
Yeah, the wind carried a lot of it. But the main thing is like when we moved in, a lot of the winter weather started coming in too. So there was like, well, there's not a whole lot of motivation / opportunity to really deal with all these leaves, and it was a lot. Like just moving into your first home and not having the equipment to take care of it, it was just like, what do they do? And so we were like, well, let's hire someone to do spring cleaning. And I haven't done a whole lot of research, huh? Well, all right, the COVID-19 stuff kind of interferes with it, maybe a little bit, but the main thing is just the mass amount, and like my boss was talking about how he did a spring cleanup with a yard company, and it ran him like $300, and it's like, no, I'm not gonna pay $300, I think, to take care of it, especially when I've got a mulcher that I can do this with. I just need yarn bags and a way to get rid of said yarn bags. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll just have to like set aside time to like.
Basically, what I'm planning on doing is like an hour a day. Hour a day out there just doing yard work. And so far, it's like today was incredibly productive. We're dealing with a ton of crabgrass, but I started pulling out some of them because our weed killer isn't doing enough quickly. Yeah. So I don't. But, sorry.
Dexter amount of
trees.
Oh my god, yes.
Yeah. So we'll have to see what we do with our trees, because we initially had a ton of sticks that we had to get rid of, and we found out very quickly that we have carpenter ants all over those sticks, so I was getting bit. Yeah. So, but I think that's calmed down. I haven't seen him as much.
Yeah, not since we got some.
Yay, homeownership, exactly.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Yay, homeownership.
Yup. Alright, so...
Our yard is pretty big.
Oops, we are going to go back. We're going to grab these missions, and I'm probably going to wrap it up for tonight. Come on. It's trying. Uh-oh. Tutorials?
Neat. Why are you messing with that? You gotta like everything.
Tutorials? Oh, I've already done character quests. What is it doing? Oh, this is great. Hey, go here. Have you done these before? Go over here, my dude. Go here. These are unlocked when you're in it. Okay. Okay, cool. Basically what that's talking about is when you get a unit to level 40, the majority of units, not all, have a character quest. Excuse me. My goodness. They all have a character quest that you can unlock, and it gives like a passive boost to a stat. So like Mediana's, for example, is like a 30% boost to magic, which is nuts. But not all characters have it because of Etra doesn't have it. I don't know if Gafgarian's got it either because he was a free unit as well. But yeah. Let me see if I'm up to the same spot on both of these. Yes. Yeah. I'm gonna say no, but she's gonna do it anyway. Don't worry. And she still has not pressed the A button, by the way. She's still on the same screen. She looked up Goat Eyes. She done did it. She done did it. You okay? You good? Are you scarred for life? Because Goat Eyes? Okay, good talk. Anyway, that is, I think, going to be it for tonight. So yeah, Final Fantasy Tactics event. It's pretty cool. There's Squares. And if you haven't tried out the game, now's a pretty good time to get into the game. Just because you can re-roll, I think, and get Orlando. Don't know for sure. But I guess, there is actually the chance, because Ramza and Orlando are actually in the pool for the free 10-a-day event. So basically you would sit there and re-roll your account until you get whoever you want in the Final Fantasy Tactics banner. So, might be worth doing. I'm not starting a third account. No. But yeah, if you're looking to get into the game, check it out. It's a very fun game, and kind of like what I've been spouting, is the game literally plays itself. So it's very nice for that. So.
Maybe by the next time that you stream, we will know what this week.
I swear to God, if you don't do this tonight...
I will. There's no way that I can, like... There's no way I can, like, not decide and let it sit for it.
I was about to say, like, you have to play the game.
I know, you have.
Nico needs to blow his nose,
Okay.
so he's throwing tissues on the floor. So.
Okay, Dan. For reals, like, question for you. For reals. If you were me, would you get rid of him?
We've already had this discussion, yes!
No, not based on Geezer.
Yes. Keep in mind, my decision was before Geezer chimed in.
Bye, Billy. What is he saying?
Well, you're quite chipper about this. It's decided, dangnabbit. I'm heading out to become a new Billy. And that's that. Hey, you have Joy-Con drift.
I know, I need to get some new Joy-Cons. Like, this is, I'm not gonna lie, this is getting real freaking irritating. So, look, no hands, guys. I'm literally not touching anything besides this.
I like the reflection of my screen on there. But.
And it's just, like, moving. But,
we've already tried cleaning out the joystick and stuff like that.
yeah, I tried.
It's unfortunately true drift.
Yeah,
So.
I tried cleaning it, I tried recalibrating, I tried all of that stuff.
Some earbud shit just around. So.
It's bull crap. And of course, the new Animal Crossing Joy-Cons are beautiful.
Of course, but they don't sell them in the U.S.
No, they sell them in Japan.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if I can wait until they come to the U.S. if they come to the U.S.
But anywho, I think that'll be it for tonight. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will likely be live on Friday. We are probably doing a Final Fantasy TCG tournament. So if we are, I'll stream my matches. I play War of the Visions on the side when I'm doing that. And then if we are not having our tournament due to low turnout, then we'll stream War of the Visions. So I'll be live either way. So if you haven't, go ahead and give the channel a follow. Appreciate any of the support. And we'll catch you guys next time. So, bye! Thanks for tuning in.